Welcome to the latest edition of Untitled Reviews. This time around we're taking a look at Contour's ShuttlePro V2 computer controller. Now, the ShuttlePro V2 is their kind of flagship model in the Shuttle line of products, which is particularly designed to help editors and designers with kind of precise movements in a range of programs, from Sony Vegas to Premiere Pro to right down to things like Audacity. You name it, this will do it. At a retail price of $89.99 isn't a cheap product by any means, but it's worth considering that it's designed for specialists, and so it may be worth splashing out on. On the front of the box we find the product logo, a large picture of the ShuttlePro V2 and product name. Whilst on the back of the box we find key product information, so it's got 15 fully programmable buttons, custom labels for the top 9 of those, a 360-degree rotating metal dial, another rubberized jog wheel, and its overall ergonomic design. Some product blurb, and a list of programs that it can be used with, as well as countless others. So what's in the box then? Firstly, we find the ShuttlePro V2 itself, along with a user guide for both this and its smaller brother, the Shuttle Express, as well as a selection of stickers to place under these buttons here for all of the functions you need in any of the programs, or if you want to use the ones and fill them in yourself, there's a whole load of blank ones as well. So, hands on then, what are my thoughts? Well, straight out of the box we can see that the ShuttlePro V2 is made of some hard-wearing plastic, as you can hear also by the deep noise in itself. And with the elements of metal and different colours, it's a really nice kind of mix of blacks and silvers and all sorts of things, and the rubber jog wheel and the metal jog wheel that I'm presently spinning now really help to offset the black really nicely. It's really comfortable to use in both left and right hands, alongside a normal mouse, meaning that it's ambidextrous and can be used by practically anybody. One thing that I will note about the ShuttlePro V2 is that it's not a mouse replacement as such. It's designed to work alongside it. And now these 9 buttons at the top here are kind of made of some really hard plastics along the top, and they're really tactile, as you can hear by their audible feedback, giving you that kind of element of reassurance that your actual kind of desired input has been inputted. And the 2 jog wheels, the one around the outside is made of some really comfortable rubber and only spins a certain direction, or kind of limit of direction, and the one in the middle is pretty much infinite to kind of scrub audio or video. And because the metal contrasts the rubber quite nicely when you're kind of engrossed in your work, having the difference there allows for kind of deeper concentration on the task at hand, as you won't have to continuously look down. And so, kind of how did we find this when using it, both in everyday tasks and for its desired functions? There was a bit of a learning curve kind of when using it every day, but it worked really nicely for what it's designed for. As we've said before in the introduction, it's particularly useful for editing video on, say, anything from Premiere Pro to iMovie, or audio on Audacity. That's what we've particularly used it for recently. Editing videos for this very YouTube channel. And the 2 jog wheels here for kind of scrubbing video and trying to find that really precise point to cut it and put transitions and things in work brilliantly. And the button placements were really rather intuitive. So, by way of performance and kind of looks, it gets a big thumbs up from us. So, now we've actually got the ShuttlePro plugged in, we can go through its software and capabilities on screen. It's worth noting that for this to actually work, you do need the software installed. That's a bit of a given, really. And it's a really painless install. It's a simple zip file, and as you can see, it's already got a very simplistic layout. Now, as well as having its normal global settings, here we've got this really rather long list of programs, so anything from Movavi's video editor to Internet Explorer and Excel, right down to Audacity, which you can see in the background. This can be used on all of these and more, as and when this software gets updated. It's a really easy piece of kit to use at the end of the day. And so if we take Audacity, for example, the button mapping So all these 15 buttons can be configured and adjusted to what you want, as well as all the individual things on that metal scroll wheel and the left and right of the rubber jog wheel. And multi-layered combinations are possible. So say we wanted to adjust kind of this third button here, what we can do here is take a list of functions. So say you wanted it to be mapped to, I don't know, a command of F10 or the up arrow or the down arrow on the program that you want. It's as simple as easy as picking the one you want, pressing apply, and adding a little comment in the box if you choose to do so. And so it's suitable for any environment and an insanely versatile piece of kit. But enough of the software, if we can actually get into the product itself. So now we've actually got the ShuttlePro within some software, namely Audacity. We're just going to show you how it all works. So for instance, if we press one of these buttons here, it should start playing, and we can use the two jog wheels, so the metal one that we're using at the minute, to scroll through at a fair rate, but you can kind of slow it down, I suppose, or we can go through a little bit faster with the rubberized jog wheel, which is quite nice as well. These are particularly useful if, say, we wanted to stop it there, for instance. It wouldn't stop it within the thing, but you can stop the music and then just get it at a particular point, and then go forwards using some of these buttons, and it will kind of forwards, backwards, intermittently, which is quite nice. The button placement makes sense, so those two black ones, for instance, are kind of undo and redo, so that was loading in the track and getting rid of it, for instance. But if you've got more commands, so you can mute using that one, so you want another track in here and you can kind of solo that one. So the two kind of work in conjunction. Those two allow you to kind of zoom out, so you want to get really precise. You can go even to like the tenths of seconds and scroll through that way, which is quite cool. So overall, even in that little couple of minute demo, we can see that the ShuttlePro offers a lot in Audacity, certainly, and no doubt it works in conjunction like this with a lot of other programs as well, which makes it great. So, in conclusion, is the ShuttlePro V2 worth your money? Well, to be honest, I'd say so. If you're involved in the fields of editing or design, it's kind of a given that you buy something like this, but even then, if you're not, it's worth picking up. The intuitive software combines with the kind of overall feel and vibes of the product to produce something that's really, really rather good. One thing that we're going to mention is that we're kind of Amazon affiliates, so there's a link down in the description for product information from Contour themselves, and if you want to purchase this, then you can pick it up down there. Make sure to like and subscribe and support us on Twitter and Instagram and the website itself. Thank you very much for watching.